Hi, my name is Jordan Frew, and I'm going to discuss the case about Ciba's acquisition of Allied Colloids for Finance 139. The first question asks what caused Allied Colloids to become a takeover target. Allied Colloids was actually underperforming for the last few quarters at the time in around 1997. Also, they had poor management, so they were seen as a weakness and able to be easily acquired if there was a bid offered. Hercules, the company, wanted to expand their business into the UK and actually acquire Allied Colloids. And because they had some of the same customers, they thought that it would be a good acquisition. Ciba was the other company involved in the bidding war, and they wanted to expand their company due to their strong balance sheet and their performance. They also wanted to build on their global market, and they also wanted to focus on high value added products. Allied Colloids had a lot of research and development, and also they were advancing in their water treatment. So Ciba saw it as a great opportunity to expand on their business. The second question asked, how did Ciba value the gains from the merger and acquisition? The physical predicted gains on the investment had a profit of 7%. Another way to value the gain would be the synergy of both of the companies when they came together. So did they work well together, and if they had kind of the same ideals or the same customer markets. Another way that they valued the gains from the acquisition was through financial statements. So the fair value of net assets acquired was actually 388 million in Swiss francs. The goodwill was 2.198 billion in Swiss francs. And also the total investment was 3.615 billion in Swiss francs for the acquisition of Allied Colloids. Another way to value the gains from the acquisition was Ciba had to value the employees that they were going to gain from this acquisition. They know how to handle the water treatments and how Allied Colloids operated. So that was really important as well. The research and development was huge as well. There was new technology that got brought into Ciba. So the purchase and process research and development costs ended up being 1.029 billion in Swiss francs. The third question was, what effect did the acquisition have on Ciba's balance sheet and performance? Some of the positive things that happened was that they gained new technology, so their performance was increased, and so was their efficiency. The performance had actually improved in their sales. Some of the negative things that happened was the net income actually turned into a net loss. The economic profit decreased from 64 million Swiss francs to actually negative 6 million Swiss francs, which was a pretty enormous loss. In addition to that, the liabilities increased on Ciba's balance sheet by almost double. It went from about 5 billion to almost 10 billion Swiss francs in liabilities. Another negative thing that happened was a lot of their assets were actually decreased, their total assets. In addition, their shareholders' equity decreased on the balance sheet as well, and the long-term debt is what really factored into the increase in the liabilities. Some percentages also, net sales actually increased by 9%. And then their operating income before restructuring with research and development increased by 3%. Also, that net loss resulted from, in 1997, 172 million Swiss francs net income to a 791 million net loss. The fourth question was who won and who lost. I'd say that Allied Colloids was the biggest winner in this case. They had a premium on their offer for their acquisition of their company. They started off with, I believe, like a 174 share price, and they ended up getting bought out for a 205 share price in Swiss francs. The other winner was Ciba, and they won the bidding war. They got to acquire Allied Colloids and all of their technology. So I'd say that they were also a winner in this case. For the losers who lost, I said that Hercules was kind of the biggest loser in this case. They lost the bidding war, and they had a bad reputation when they left. They had actually low bid in the beginning and insulted Allied Colloids, and they ended up increasing their bid as soon as Ciba jumped in, which kind of contradicted what they were saying and what value they put Allied Colloids at in the beginning. I'd say another loser in this case was Ciba. I think that they overpaid for Allied Colloids. They took on a net loss, and they were unsuccessful for the outcome after acquiring the company. They kind of took a hard hit after the acquisition. Number 5 asked what happened after the case, so just to give a quick postscript. Ciba was actually purchased a manufacturing company in 2004. In 2006, they sold their textile, dyes, and chemical auxiliaries department to a different company. So they acquired the paper manufacturing in 2004. Then in 2006, they actually downgraded. In 2008, Ciba was actually acquired by a German company for a 32% premium. For Hercules, they ended up acquiring a different company in 1998 after losing the bid war for Allied Colloids. 10 years later, in 2008, they were actually acquired by Ashland Incorporated for $3.3 billion. So both Ciba and Hercules were acquired in 2008 by different companies.